Hey guys, this is Roby from Not Feather, and we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of the Glock Model 42 380 ACP. So this is how you get it when it comes from the box. You're either going to get it from your dealer, local gun shop, or where have you if you do a private sale. So you're going to get the Glock case, which everyone's pretty familiar with. I'll go ahead and show you what we got here. See if we can get it on focus. Alrighty, we have a Glock 42, as you can see, fixed barrel, 5.5 pound trigger pull with two 6-round magazines. So let's get to the heart of this. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, pretty standard here. We've got our Glock 380 right here. This is the Model 42. Comes with an additional magazine, the cleaning rod, lock, fired cases, and there's a cleaning brush in here with your manuals, user operation, and warranty card. So let's go ahead and check this Glock out. Let's go ahead and pull out the stuff we need. We'll take the magazine out. We'll go ahead and take the firearm out and close this case up to give us some room. Now with all firearms, you have to be aware of that the firearm could be potentially loaded, so we'll go ahead and take the magazine out and function test it to make sure that there is nothing loaded and the chamber is clear. Just going to simply depress the magazine release here. That'll indicate the magazine. There is no loaded rounds there. We'll go ahead and cycle the chamber one time, and you can see there is nothing internally in the magazine or in the chamber. So we have a safe weapon at this point. So initial impressions, it's pretty much Glock. Now where it differs from your standard Glock is size and weight. Now you've got a very compact frame here, very compact slide barrel. This is essentially a backup gun, deep concealment, concealed carry weapon, that kind of thing. This isn't going to be something that's going to be your primary weapon. You'd probably want this as a backup gun. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, kind of rotate it around for the camera for the viewers. Here it is. Typical Glock Gen 4 configuration. As you can see, the dot grips, no finger grooves. On your larger models, this would have been where you could have had the adjustable back straps with the beaver tail inserts, or just standard for larger hands. So go ahead and rotate this over. As you can see, there's the barrel and the guide rod. Sticking to true and form with Glock, there is that polymer nylon filled guide rod. Go ahead and see the front of this. We've got your standard designation, maker, Glock, Model 42, USA, and caliber designation, 380 Auto. What you can see here from the model is it's pretty much exactly like any other Glock that you would be accustomed to. You've got your takedown, you've got your slide stop, and your magazine release. So let's go ahead and pull this apart and see what the internals look like. Now, with every Glock, you're going to basically go ahead and pull the slide back gently, push down on the takedown, and you'll be able to pull the trigger and the slide will come forward. That way you can take the barrel and the internals out. So we'll go ahead and do that and show the viewers. Go ahead and just put it in your hand like so. Pull the slide back a little bit. You'll feel the trigger cock. Pull down on the takedown. Release the takedown and go ahead and pull the trigger. And you'll see that forward motion of the slide, indicating that you are ready to disassemble. And you've got your frame. Encapsulated in the frame is your trigger bar, sear, the entire assembly there for your lower end. And you've got your slide assembly here, recoil spring. This is the Generation 4 double recoil spring, barrel, and the slide assembly here. We'll go ahead and remove the recoil spring out of here. Just push down, pull out. Same thing with the barrel. Just go ahead and push forward and pull it right out. As you can see, this is a new gun. You've got your factory grease in here, lubrication right there for storage. We'll go ahead and put this down here. And as you can tell, these are the four main components of this firearm. You've got your frame assembly, slide assembly, barrel, and recoil spring. What you can denote from the assembly of this is it is exactly like any Generation 4 Glock. They've just shrunk the package to fit the caliber. You're going to get a very compact package here to conceal carry, defensive carry, or act as a backup gun. So exact same standard Gen 4 kind of configuration. Nothing really to note here. Comes with the same kind of plastic sights here. Most people will opt to go ahead and get rid of this rear and front. You've got your choice of Trijicon HDs, Hines, TFOs. Myriad of different aftermarket parts are coming into the market now, so you can definitely make this a personalized gun for your own defensive carry weapon purposes. Let's go ahead and assemble this firearm back together. Go ahead and grab the barrel, drop it into the slide. You're going to go muzzle end forward. Go ahead and pull back. We'll get the recoil assembly. Front here is going to match the front of the slide. Go ahead and put there. You're going to get into the first lug, kind of compress it a little bit on that end. And we'll go ahead and match up the rails on the slide with the frame rails. And what I've noticed here on the Generation 4 Glocks with this double recoil assembly, you'll see a little bit of bowing here. Sometimes you may need to place your finger there to kind of compress it so that you can push your frame forward. Now, once you've got this assembly back together, go ahead and pull back on the slide. That's going to engage the entire fastening system. You are able to pull the trigger to verify that the slide won't go forward. It is in operational mode here at this point. So as you can see, this is a great little firearm here for your intended carry purposes. Very compact. As I place it on my hand, you can see how small it is. This would fit perfectly as a pocket gun, cargo pant pocket, or carried in the waist, out the waist, and any type of holster you prefer, Kydex or leather. Go ahead and take a once more gander and do an overview of the slide, the frame. Go ahead and turn it over, and then back. Alright guys, well that's pretty much the unboxing of the Generation 4 Glock 42 and 380 ACP. As a bonus, we kind of wanted to go ahead and make a little bit of a comparison with another 380 ACP pocket gun that you probably heard a lot of or had questions about, and that is the Ruger LCP. We'll go ahead and do a comparison here real quick for you guys. And this is the Dot Not Feather 380 ACP from Ruger. We'll go ahead and make a safety check here. We'll slide back. Weapon is unloaded. There is no magazine, so we'll go ahead and clear to manipulate the firearm. Go ahead and put these side by side so you can kind of see a comparison of the general size, how it would kind of relate to you and your carrying purposes. Now you can tell that the Ruger is a little bit smaller than the Glock. What you do gain in concealability, you probably lose in follow shots and controllability. Now the Glock is going to fit your hand, for most people, a little bit better than what the Ruger will do. Now you're going to sacrifice a little bit of grip with the Ruger for its overall short stature. You go ahead and place these right on top of each other, kind of give you a apples to apples comparison. As you can see right here, you lose about 3/4 of an inch of slide with the Ruger versus the Glock. So that is going to sit a little bit flusher, a little bit lower in a holster if you're going to carry in the waistband or out the waistband. Weight is nominal. They're about the same weight, so you're not going to really gain anything on that end. We'll go ahead and flip it over so you can kind of see how they compare slide to slide. That's about as equal as we can get it right there. So you can tell overall size, a little bit longer on the Glock. Head to head here. The Glock is going to be slightly wider, but at this size, for these intended purposes, you're not going to notice the difference between the two. The only way I can imagine that you're going to notice any difference is in pocket carry. In a holster, these things are going to just fall right in and kind of be invincible. See if you guys want to see a view like this. And from the top. Well, there you go, folks. We've went ahead and done the unboxing of the Glock 42 380 ACP and did a little comparison here in overall size of the Ruger LCP versus the Glock. Now, as a carry pistol, what would we recommend here at Dot Not Feather? I would say that if you're going to carry in your pocket or a last resort, the Ruger LCP would win in that sense. I mean, it is one of those pistols that you can kind of throw in your pocket and forget about, so it lends itself to not having an excuse for not carrying. But for sheer controllability and the safety factor of being able to place shots accurately, the Glock would win hands down. You get a much better purchase of the firearm. It fits the hand better, and with these mags and their slightly extended base pads, you are able to fit a good portion of your fingers on the grip, which will allow in controllability as the recoil impulse happens when you shoot, and will allow you to go ahead and make better follow-up shots. So that's our Glock 42 video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot and have a good day.